They've been together for almost 2 decades, love each other deeply, and have lived through several breakups, slashing the other's tires and confessing that they sometimes want to kill each other. No one would define Pink and Carey Hart's romance as peaceful, but they have a united family and have supported each other through the most challenging times in their lives. How do they do it?
He makes me laugh. I love him. I think he's a genius.
Pink and Carey Hart met at one of his motocross competitions in 2001. The singer immediately became smitten with Hart, although the day wasn't easy for him. The ex-competitor fell 35 feet while attempting a mid-air flip on his bike. As a result, he shattered his right foot and broke 3 ribs and his tailbone. Ouch! Luckily, Carey was able to recover and continue racing. The singer had also caught his eye, so he began dating Pink. Many fans loved their relationship, but 2 years later, the couple split. Although she didn't speak about the breakup publicly, the musician included a tune called Love Song to her album Try This. The song talks about being afraid to fall in love, with lyrics like, "I've never written a love song that didn't end in tears." The pair finally worked things out and got back together a year after their split. And this time, Pink wanted to give their relationship her all. The star proposed at one of Hart's motocross competitions. While the rider was on his motorbike, Pink took out a pipboard that said, "Will you marry me?" Carey initially didn't notice, so Pink took out another board that said, "I'm serious." Hart stopped in his tracks and pulled over to say yes to the proposal. The singer was ecstatic, but urged him to finish the race since she didn't want to marry a loser. The musician later told USA Today that Carey had previously asked her to marry him. However, she had said no several times. She knew that the motocross star wasn't going to ask her again, so she decided to take matters into her own hands. Hart never shied away from discussing how much he loved Pink. He confessed to People magazine that within a few weeks of meeting the musician, he knew he wanted to be with her for the rest of his life.
He's just the most sensitive, supportive guy in the world. He never says no. Like any dream I've ever had, yes, I'm with you, whatever.
The couple tied the knot in 2006 at a resort in Costa Rica. The ceremony was held at the beach and included 100 guests. Carey explained that they wanted a fun and non-traditional ceremony. The day was about the couple being with their family and friends and having a loose party. They're so in love and they're best friends. They're perfect for each other, the wedding planner said about the couple. Everything seemed like it was taken out of a non-conventional fairy tale, but 2 years later, the couple separated again. Pink's publicist told People magazine, "This decision was made by best friends with a huge amount of love and respect for one another." They also added that the friendship between the two has never been stronger. Pink herself spoke out about the news on her website. She clarified that Carey and herself loved each other a lot and were still best friends. This breakup is not about cheating, anger, or fighting. A few months later, while the couple was probably still grieving the end of the marriage, tragedy struck. Anthony Hart, Carey's brother, died of a head injury after he crashed his motorcycle during a practice run. He was only 21. Pink rushed to Carey's side to offer him her support. People magazine reported that the two went to Vegas to celebrate Anthony's life. First, the musicians sang and dedicated him a song. Then they both toasted to his memory. Almost a year later, the couple reunited. Hart told People magazine, "We're rebuilding. Sometimes you have to take a couple of steps backward to move forward." Pink has a more fun take on them getting back together. The singer appeared on the Ellen DeGeneres show where she joked about her song So What. The song is about her breakup with Hart and includes lyrics like, "I'm just fine and you're a tool." Pink explained that she enjoyed singing that line whenever her husband was in the audience. "Hi honey, that's you." Luckily, Carey took the song well and even agreed to appear in the music video. Sometime later, the musician revealed how she and Hart were able to mend their relationship through marriage counseling. "It's the only reason that we're still together," Pink said on Instagram Live. The singer explained that after a long time, partners can speak two different languages. The counseling proved to be successful since the marriage stayed strong. In 2010, Pink announced that she was expecting her first child with Hart. There were already some pregnancy rumors on the internet, which the star confirmed to be true. The singer also told Ellen DeGeneres the doctors believed she would have a girl.
My mom has always wished me a daughter just like me. I'm terrified. One of us will go to jail.
The MTV Award winner also confessed why she had waited so long to announce the news. She revealed that she was nervous because she had had a miscarriage before. In June 2011, the couple gave birth to their daughter, Willow Sage Hart. Pink announced the birth on Twitter, where she wrote, "She's gorgeous, just like her daddy." Once Willow was a bit older, the singer decided to feature her in one of her music videos. Carey also appeared in the video. What a happy family. A few months later, the musician announced she was pregnant again. Her second child was born in December 2016. The couple named their son Jameson Moon Hart. Pink had actually talked about the name Jameson since she was pregnant with Willow. The name is special to her since it combines James and Jason, the names of her father and brother. Carey's middle name is also Jason. Talk about fate.
I knew he'd be a great dad before he was a great dad.
When the singer released her album, Beautiful Trauma, she revealed that it was inspired by her marriage with Hart. She shared that at times she admired Carey and considered him to be a rock in her life, while other times she felt negatively about him. "You'll go through times when you haven't had sex in a year," the musician told The Guardian. She then clarified that she is happily married, but that monogamy sometimes takes a lot of work. Pink brought her kids along on the Beautiful Trauma tour. She even arranged for them to have their own traveling playground. Carey would join the tour a little later, and he was counting down the days until he could do so.
And he's very handsome.
He's handsome, and he's a sweet guy, and he's a great father. He loves
He's
that.
an incredible dad.
Yeah.
The family certainly had sweet moments, but that doesn't mean they couldn't get furious at each other from time to time. After getting stressed during 2018's Thanksgiving weekend, the So What singer slashed Hart's tires. She got so mad that she accidentally injured herself while doing so. Her hand needed 13 stitches. Months later, Pink confessed the whole thing on The Ellen Show, revealing that she had the stitches done without anesthesia because she couldn't feel a thing. The songwriter has not forgotten about her and her husband's rocky past. She commemorated their 12th year anniversary on Instagram, where she wrote, 12 years married today. 16 if you count the 4 years we spent deciding if we were going to live together forever or kill each other. The musician continued by saying that their relationship was a nice mix of that. She finished with, "I still have a crush on you." In 2021, Pink continued reflecting on her marriage during an interview with People magazine. "We've really grown up together," she said, describing their relationship. In her documentary All I Know So Far, the music star confessed that she and Hart have a no-quit button. She explained that their families gave up on staying together, but they didn't want to do that. Carey also opened up about the documentary, saying that he was glad it showed a gentler side of him. The motocross legend explained that people generally perceive him as this wild, crazy, motorcycle, tattooed scumbag. The family supports each other during tough times, like when Carey had lower spine disc replacement surgery. His son Jameson even lent him his soft toy to keep him company while in the hospital. Months later, it was Pink who had to go through the operating room because of her hip. The singer publicly thanked Hart for taking care of her on Instagram. The couple also supports each other at events. For example, in November 2022, Pink and Carey walked the American Music Awards red carpet together with their 2 children. How adorable. It's clear that despite their fights, splits, and differences, these two love each other deeply and make an effort to make it work. Here at Rumour Juice, we wish the family many more years of unity and happiness. Be well and be kind.